Alright gang, we're gonna do a little volume check back there. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, give me a big aloha.
Aloha.
Very nice, very nice. So again, my name is Rosie and I am from the west side of the island. I was saying we are. That's funny. If you guys haven't made your guys' way to the west side of the island, I would highly recommend. It has some of the most beautiful beaches, and I'm not just saying that because I'm from there. It is true. So we are about to enter an Ahupua'a. Can you guys say that for me? Ahupua'a.
Ahupua'a.
I can't hear you. Very good, very good. From on the opposite side is Hakipu. Later into the valley, we will be at Ka'a'awa Valley. And what we just entered is Kualoa. Kualoa was purchased from King Kamehameha III in 1850 from Dr. Jarrett P. Judd. It is still in the same ohana, just 7 generations now. The last name has changed a few due to marriage. We just celebrated our 175th anniversary of us being a ranch. Our horses in Hawaii we call them Leo. Can you guys say Leo for me?
Leo.
So hopefully we'll get to see, oh, is she waiting for us or she said, come on, yay. Okay, so since Sis let us go, we're just gonna mahalo her. Everybody throw in shaka. We're thanking her for letting us go. Alright. Mahalo. Alright, let's pause about the ranch for now. Dinosaur in the lab, right? And it broke out. The grandchildren were in the hamster ball. The dinosaur found them. You remember that they went into the shed to hotwire the Jeep. And they came speeding on this road. You guys remember the escape? It busted through this cage and they yelled, open that gate, open that gate. You guys remember that? You remember Blue?
Yes.
This is his cousins. We got Pinky on the left and Fluffy on the right. They ate lunch along with moi, so they're good. They're very happy. Usually they're sassy girls, but we're good. 41, the bombing of Pearl Harbor happened. Prior to the Japanese bombing Pearl Harbor, they bombed Kaneohe Marine Base. Over here on the right hand side, you will see bunkers that were created so that the men and women who protected this side of the island after the bombings could protect this side of the island. That one, where the stairs is, that's where we store husbands. So if anybody wants to put their husband down there, let me know. We can reverse. Well, all of these bunkers were set up after the bombing happened because we needed to protect this side of the island. When we get up to our very first stop, I will show you where Kaneohe Marine Base is. It's kind of far, so that's why they set up all of this infrastructure. This one to the right hand side is where they used to back up a utility truck that used to have a weapon on it. And it was overlooking the ocean, standing by. All of these trees, grasses, bushes weren't here back in the day, so the vantage point over to the Pacific was clear. This bunker on the left-hand side was utilized in 2 TV shows called Lost and Hawaiʻi 5-0. Sometimes productions will utilize a sound stage for the interior portions because it's a lot more of a controlled environment. I mean, you saw that bunker, right? It's like 10 by 10. You can't fit anything in it. Maybe 1 camera, 2 actors. It's not enough room. Over here on the left hand side, you guys will see some buildings that were left behind. This is what used to be the PX. Like a commissary, a grocery store, right? They even had a bowling alley. And believe it or not, they had a movie theater here. So when the men and women were protecting this side of the island, when the government seized all of these acreages for martial law, this is what they had. They never had to leave, right? I'll be out back to let you guys out in just a moment.
Alright, you guys want to come on into the bunker? There is a picture of the gun on the wall over here. So 1940s, and then think about like how high tech that looks. It looks like a Cybertruck to me. Now for retrospect, these cases would have fit one shell for one bullet. We have some emergency provisions. So back in 2018, if you were on island, there's mice. Yeah. Emergency provisions. But if you were on island back in December of 2018, you got a text message to your phone saying, "Warning, North Korea is sending a nuclear missile to Hawaii. You have 6 minutes to prepare." Pretty scary time. If you guys don't know, people here suck at driving, and so you can only imagine the kind of chaos and panic that a text message like that sent off. It took them an hour to send a second text message that said, "Ha, just kidding, you guys are all good." So yeah, that like giant red button that says "Do not push." Someone pushed that button, lost their job that day. But as we come on into the bunker, we have some more World War II stuff. This flooring that you guys are going to walk over is called the You're going to push it. So this is what the runway was made out of. Before we were kind of into our cattle ranching and our tours and stuff, we had a lot of festivals and venues that happened here. Over here, Little Man is an actual set from Hawaii 5-0, the new one. But guys, going through the bunker, the rest of this is just like movie props and memorabilia and stuff like that. So you guys are just going to keep on going through the bunker, and out on the other side is where Rosie and I will meet you guys. Get your pictures, take your time.
No, in this show Lost, his name was John.
Scary? Don't be scared.
King Kong School.
Hey, let me see you driving.
If you guys don't want to wait for the picture card and want some pictures, we can take out here as well, yeah?
In Hollywood, we call this a fake wall. So take a look really good. You'll see some chicken wire, some parts. Yeah? Got plywood over here. And a really good paint job, you know? So take a look at the screen grab up on the side. So this is for Triple Frontier. Take a look in front of us. You guys see the mountain? The rest of it was actually CGI'd in. So what looks like 2, 3, 4, 5 feet at any one given part actually played 4,000 feet in Triple Frontier. Remember the crack in the wall, because we'll talk about that crack in the wall a little bit later. For now, enjoy the views, okay you guys? And the music. If you guys know the song, sing along. Alright, we are about to enter what would be a Hawaiian village back in the day. This is what we call a local Hawaiʻi. So the Hawaiians are very resourceful. This water that you see in the fish ponds would come from the top of the mountains as rain would fall and diverted into our fish ponds. You'll have anything and everything in the ponds such as fish, crabs, shrimps, prawns, all the things to keep a sustainable village, right? Majority of these plants came to us from the nearby Polynesian islands on canoes. These hullings, these homes, are what our homes used to look like back in the day. You had a home for just about anything and everything. That one, which the A-shaped frame one, was utilized as a garage for our canoes. So that one is called haleva'a. Haleva'a. If you guys been driving around the island, you guys been noticing that this tree up ahead that has the fruits that looks like pineapples. Sorry to break it to you, but it's not, okay? This is our hala tree. Every single part of that tree was resourceful. If you guys look on the grounds, you guys will see those dried leaves. Those were utilized to make sails for your va'as, your canoes. The fruit, when dried, would be utilized as a toothbrush. The Hawaiians used to brush their teeth back in the days. Yes, guys. That's right. You could make baskets, mats, a lot of things. Nowadays, you even make jewelry out of it. This vines that are growing down on the ground, that is our sweet potato. This heart-shaped plant to the left-hand side, this is our taro, our kalo. Every single part of that plant is useful, as well as the sweet potato. The sweet potato, you can even cook it. It's kind of like spinach, you know? Or, what's that called? It's gonna come back to me. But every part of the taro you can utilize, the leaf, the stem, and the root. The root, you can steam it, mix it with some water, and it is our staple dish of the islands. It is called Loi. We have bananas. We'll talk about the bananas a little bit later. But we also have coconut trees. Huh? The coconut trees you could weave with it, make baskets, mats, hats, bags, all the things. The coconuts, not only could you eat the meat, you could drink the juice, and the husk, when dried, you could utilize it as charcoal to make fire. Very flammable. If you guys notice that rocks on the right hand side, those are fake rocks, yet again. Hollywood loves fake rocks. So Samuel L. Jackson stood on the top of that rocks and he held a torch that was lit on fire. He utilized that torch to lure Kong into the lake. He threw it into the lake and boom, it lit on fire and Kong fell down and took a little nappies. If you guys are wondering where the lake is, we're driving in it. So Hollywood loves computer generated images, and that was a form of CGI. Over here on the left hand side, Midway was shot. So a lot of times productions will shoot at a location. It's not what the location really is. Welcome to China, you guys. Oh, hi. Yeah. Cute. These are our Dorper sheep. They are hybrid sheep. They withstand very harsh weather, but thankfully, you know, they're living their best life here in Hawaii. The harshest thing that happens here is just rain. That's about it. But they are called our hybrid sheep because of, you know, their wool, it sheds, and them withstanding harsh weathers. When they grow up to their full maturity size, which is 80-90 pounds, we send them to the shop and they become, you know what? Yeah, that's right, lamb chopped. It's the way of the ranch, you know? It happens. Over here on the left hand side, coming up, you guys will see our breadfruit trees. The locals call this tree ulu. So look really closely, you guys will see the fruits. Anything you could do with a potato, you can do with ulu. You can bake it, mash it, fry it, cut it up really thin to make chips, cut wedges, make french fries. When it's really ripe, you can make pancakes as well as bread. Oh, super yummy. My favorite way to utilize the ulu tree, instead of using potato, I'll just substitute in ulu. And you guys can see a little bit more closer over here on the right hand side.
To the food thing.
And it's pretty cool because like it's just like potato, you just throw it right on the coals. You can do the same with this, you know. They're really good. Really, really good. If you guys want to check out our chips, we do have ulu chips at our marketplace. Coming up around the bend, you guys will soon see our rainbow papayas. So on the ranch we have two variety of bananas. One is called ice cream and the other is called apple. And no, I didn't just make that up, okay? It's what we really call it. Apple banana and ice cream banana. Straight up ahead, this shed was utilized in Jumanji. This was a transportation shed.
Stinky?
You definitely need to do another layer because it is, oh no. Usually it's not that sticky, but I think it's time for them to change the layers. But we adopted this system from the Koreans, okay? It is called deep litter system. You take a bunch of mulch, branches, microorganisms, and you layer it all, and leaving zero to no smell, but they need to change it for sure.
It's not working.
Also helps with the flies too. Over here on the right hand side we got our American girls. They lay red, white, and blue eggs. Hey, look, there's a putty tat in there. Or is that a baby lion? Over here on the left hand side, these are our survivors from Thanksgiving. They made it. Got some turkeys over there. And then these trees to the left hand side, here's our cacao trees. We have over 4,000 of these cacao trees spread throughout our property. If you guys want to check out our chocolate bars, we do have them at our marketplace. You got milk chocolate, dark chocolate, And then the last one has coffee chips in it. Coming up around on the corner, on the right hand side, you guys will see our shade house or starter home. This is where we start our leafy greens. This dragon looking plant, this cacti looking plant is dragon fruit. We also have ginger, turmeric, more ulu, more cacao trees. And further in the back, you guys will see where the bees are making honey. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Here you go, AJ.
The mountain on the left hand side is called Kualoa. The mountain on your right hand side is called Pu'u'o Manamana. And think of these two mountains as waves. And they crashed and created the one straight in the front of us. That mountain is called Pu'u'o Hule Hule. So remember Kualoa. Remember that it means long back. We will come back to this mountain at the very end of the tour, okay? And I'll tell you guys a story. So Kualoa to the left, Pu'u'o Manamana is to the right, and Pu'u'o Hule Hule, which is the mountain straight in front of us. Oh, to your left now. This statue, if you guys are wondering what this statue was utilized for, it's a Nat Geographic Channel documentary called Walking with Giants. And they theorized how they used to move that into their final position. If you guys take notice straight up in front ahead of us, that is where the bees are making honey. Where those boxes are. You guys okay? Okay, great. If you guys got in that Army Swiss Pins Guard picture vehicle that was outside of Battery Cooper, you can say you were in the picture vehicle that rode in this valley alongside with the Gallimimus. You guys remember that scene? This is that valley, you guys. Also, what was CGI'd on Kualoa was the monorail. Yep, monorail. Majority of Jurassic Park was shot on the island of Kauai. Unfortunately, there was a hurricane that tore that island apart, leaving 0 to no sets behind. They had to finish the movie, right? So they went on a bunch of scouts on different islands, and they landed here. Fell in love. They finished the movie here, but it has forever put the ranch on the map for productions to shoot here. Commercials, TV shows, magazines, photo shoots, music videos. Did I say TVs? No. Movies, all the things. You name it, we do it here. Over on the right hand side, that is where Dr. Grant and the grandchildren who were roaming the park on foot realized that the Gallimimus dinosaurs were changing the direction and the way they were flocking. They start flocking with them because clearly they're running away from something. They come down over that hill and they come across this field and they hide where that stomp is to the left hand side. It's a good thing that they did because a T-Rex came up out of his tree lines and chomped on one of the Gallimimus. Take lots of photos and videos, okay, you guys? Because when you guys go home, you can play a little scavenger hunt, with yourselves, and you guys can see, like, oh, this was here, that was there. You remember that? I saw that. So this tree, if you guys remember that scene, is the same tree that was in the movie. Time has clearly passed since 1992, so it's a lot bigger. If you guys take notice to the red flag up on the top of that hill, that is where Hurley from Lost built a 2-hole golf course. And you know, they're on an island that they're stranded on. And Hurley's like super chill. He tries to convince the guys to play some golf. Jorge Garcia, who plays Hurley, proposed to his wife on that hilltop. Also, what happened on the top of that hill, Nicki Minaj shot her music video called Starships. Alright, you guys, we are entering the stomping grounds of the biggest superstar here on property. We got a footprint on the right. And we got two more on the left. If you folks guessed, yes, Godzilla.
Godzilla's footprint. That's huge.
When they shot the movie here, these were 6 feet deep. And because we are an active cattle ranch, we had to fill it in. Cows don't necessarily see very well at night, so they filled it in because when the ranchers would come in the morning, they would find all of the cows stuck in there. You guys notice there are 3 toes, right? Due to the original Japanese version, we, the American version, had to have their own set of toes. The Japanese one had 4. In Hawaii, we call our cows pipi. P-I-P-I. Pipi. Coming up on the left-hand side, you guys will see these floating ATVs. This is from Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. These two think it was a great idea to put an ad out on Craigslist. Well, they get a hit. These girls are adventurous. They launch up over that hill. Mike's sister is on the opposite side, recording. If you guys guess what happens next, yeah, Mike lands on her face the day before her wedding. I don't know what sis was doing on the other side recording. This road that we're traveling on is the landing strip for you, me, and Dupree. Dupree lands on the wrong island, gets on the plane, and goes to the correct island. You, me, and Dupree. You guys may recognize this song and this road, and maybe the next movie. If you guys guess, yes. This is the road that Lucy travels on every single day to go to the Hukilau Cafe. 51st Dates. Yeah. If you guys remember that movie, Lucy actually got into a horrible accident in the pineapple fields. And her short-term memory is not so sharp. So every day is a new day for sis, yeah? Henry loves her so much. He sets up shop here every single day, hoping that maybe one day he'll get to take her on a date. My favorite one out of all of the scenes is when he tells his best friend Una to pretend he's beating him up. Lucy sees it, she gets out the Jeep, grabs a bat, starts beating him up and chasing him down the ravine. I also heard that they're gearing up to shoot a sequel. Yeah. That's what rumor has it. Over on the right hand side, that is where the transportation shed for Jumanji was. So you guys remember the roof that was over the piggery, right? That was where the location actually was in real life. So Jumanji. So they broke into the transportation shed and they stole the helicopter so that they could advance to the next level in the game. If you guys are from California or you guys maybe have saw on social media, Jumanji 3 is actually currently shooting in California. And then they'll head their way over here in a few weeks to finish the film. Up on the hilltop stood 2 Boy Scouts as they were taking a wee-wee. In the distance, in the dip of the mountain, that is where they CGI'd in a flock of airplanes, as if they were flying towards Pearl Harbor. If any of you know, Pearl Harbor is actually in the front of us, not towards the ocean. Screen direction doesn't actually matter in real life because only the locals would know that Pearl Harbor is not that way. So Wind Talker takes the cake for the biggest production shot here on property. They shot the Battle of Saipan here. What was supposed to be 3 days ended up being 3 months. They utilized this whole entire valley. It was supposed to be only 3 days, but if you guys can see, there's like cuts in the mountains and up top and divots here and there. That is where the men and women who acted in that movie and and they utilized over 285 explosives. It was a massive production. Over here on the left-hand side, this was the cocaine fields for Triple Frontier. So you guys remember when we exited the bunker, right? You guys remember the crack in the wall? You remember the screen grab that was on the sign? So, these guys stole a bunch of cash. They borrowed a helicopter, but they were told not to take too much weight on top of the helicopter. But they didn't listen. They were too greedy. The chopper ended up landing in this cocaine field to the left-hand side. They went up top to talk to the villagers to see if they could purchase some donkeys. If you guys remember the sign, it was successful. They had donkeys in that screen grab. The crack in the mountain is where the donkeys fell to their death, 4,000 feet below. This shed on the left-hand side was utilized in a music video by Keith Brown and his wife, entitled Thank God. Take notice to the sign on the right-hand side. You guys will see the same dip in the mountain straight up ahead in front of us, right? Well, where's the snow? Well, it doesn't snow in Hawaii. Not on this island in specific. That was another form of CGI. So a lot of times productions will utilize computer-generated images to add in what is not necessarily there in real life. Also, what was CGI'd into the left-hand side of us was the city of Atlantis for Journey 2. Alright, coming up around this bend, in my opinion, is the best view of the whole entire property. You got a little bit of everything. You got Mocha, the mountains, to the ocean, Makai. Mocha to Makai, and everything in between. We are entering our rainy season, and when it is pouring, every single one of these crevices are a waterfall. It is truly such a beautiful sight to see. If you guys are staying here on the islands that long and it is one of our rainy days, take a look to the mountains. I promise you guys, it is such a beautiful sight to see. Also, what was shot here was a scene by Lost. So beautiful, yeah? So remember this mountain, Kualoa. Kualoa means long back. We'll talk about Kualoa and what ties in towards the end of the tour, okay? So remember what this is? Coming up around the bend of this kukui nut trees to the right hand side, you guys will see the gyrosphere station, where they would load up into the hamster balls that they would travel amongst themselves through the park freely, yeah? So that's where the gyrosphere station was, where you would load into the hamster balls. I call it hamster balls, but you know what I mean. And then just around this bend is where the baryonyx bunker is for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The one street in front of us never actually made the movie. The director showed up on the day, hated where they put it, and they just left it there for base camp. Base camp is where the actors hang out, they get ready, they drink their coffee, they kick up their feet, they relax until they're called to set to act. Everything we saw on that side of the mountain, I will show you guys at a better vantage point, okay? So we are at the halfway mark of this Oahu. This whole entire valley of Ka'awa is over 2,000 acres deep. So if you guys had the e-bike, excuse me, not e-bike, zip line, that is the furthest the valley actually goes back. Such beautiful views back there as well. Over here on the left hand side, this is where Chief of War shot a scene. I didn't go inside the bunker with you folks. I didn't get to tell you, but that was my last major production that I worked on last year, September. If you guys haven't watched that, highly recommend. It is such a fabulous show. And if you guys did, and you guys heard the nickname, it's true. Cheeks of War. Over here on the right hand side, this is another village. This one is called Kauhale, many homes. The A-shaped frame one, yeah, that's where you would park your canoe. The higher the rock stacked, the higher the rank of the ali'i. You had a house for just about anything and everything. One to cook, one to eat, one for the women, one for the men. Alright you guys, we are about to be at our last and final stop here on tour. Please resist the urge to sit, stand, or move any of the bones, okay? We want to preserve them for as long as we can. We're gonna spend about 10 to 15 minutes here. If any of you need help taking photos, I'm happy to help. I also have a dinosaur called Rexy. If you guys want to take a photo with her, I will meet you guys at the big old log to the right hand side. You guys can see Mighty Joe Young in the distance. His hand is very sturdy, so you guys are more than welcome to sit on his hand. And be careful where you guys walk, because there is fresh poops all over the place.
Poop? Rosie, to say poop.
Follow mommy. Go right there. Let's go take a picture to the right. Oh, okay, okay. Here. Yeah.
To the left hand side, that is what the locals call kissing elephants. And then Turtle Island is Kaneohe Marine Base. There's a reason why I chose this song for this part of the tour. If you guys can see up ahead, you guys will see. We have our very own pool.
Look down. Up on the hill.
So in Hawaii, we call our wild boars pua'a.
Is that the same as Pumba? Pumba.
We got some that's trying to go in.
Hey, you.
So yeah, we like to cage them up, although they look cutesy, you know.
Where you going?
They're very. What's up, bro?
Where you going?
They're very pesky. They like to dig up the ground, eat our crops, fruits, vegetables, make a mess. So we try to capture them because they're very pesky. Get your cameras out if you guys don't already have that thing out. There's a little photo op coming up on the left-hand side of the last and final island that I'm going to talk about at the very end of this road. If anybody on board is thinking about coming to Hawaii thinking that they're wedding a special day and spending it with us here on the ranch, just around this corner you guys will see the white tent that is called Hawaiʻi Garden. The wait list I heard is about 3 years, so if you guys want to put your guys' name down today, go for it. By the time 3 years comes around, you guys should be serious, yeah? It overlooks the beautiful Kaneohe Bay. There's beautiful views during the day and night. So this is where you would have your reception. And then your ceremony would be on the opposite side. I'll show you guys where the coconut trees are.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about this island out in the distance. So you remember Kualoa, right? Kualoa meant long back. So the story of this island says that there was a goddess that got into a battle that happened for 3 days with this lizard, Mo'o. That island is named Moko'li'i. That translates to little lizard. Kualoa is the body of that lizard. So the goddess cut off the tail and threw it into the ocean, hence what we see in front of us. And you guys remember Kualoa was massive, right? It went maybe like 2,000 acres towards the back of Ka'a'awa Valley. But it was huge. It's a little bit of a mo'olelo story for you folks of that island. On the opposite side is like a little bay that you guys can either supboard to or kayak to. Very fun. I would not recommend swimming because that is the breeding grounds for hammerhead shark. Right where those palm trees are to the right hand side, and then in between where those coconut trees are, that is where the ceremony is if you guys want to hold your guys' wedding, and it overlooks the beautiful Kaneohe Bay. Alright you guys, we are heading back to the depot. If you guys want to check out any of those snacks, fruits, vegetables, even if you guys want to buy beef because you guys have a kitchen to cook in, we do have that at the marketplace on the right hand side. If you guys want to utilize the restroom, refill your water bottles, that will be on the right as well. If you guys want to check out your guys' photos before you guys got on tour, that will be on the left at the business center, yeah? I will have a QR code on my phone if anybody wants to scan it and to do a review. Again, my name is Rosie. If you guys hated my tour, my name's Barbie, okay?
Yeah. AJ, you gonna buy a t-shirt? What are you gonna buy?
T-shirt.
Okay, look around then.
Wait, that's too small, AJ.
Yes, that's good for your sister. Oh my gosh.
So it's
I'm talking about myself.
It's possible.
Not if I choose not to. For you. Come here.
Late for the food.